SprintCarUnlimited.com, coming from Lernerville Speedway, High Limit Commonwealth Clash, where we're second place finisher Brad Sweet, 2 nights in a row. Second, disappointing, but still a solid weekend.
Yeah, definitely disappointing. I mean, I think our car was capable tonight. Last night I felt like, Tanner was just a little better. Tonight I think if I just clear that 1A or maybe be more patient on the bottom, I think I could have held the 13 off. I think he was still maybe a little better than me, but yeah, it's just kind of like a Lernerville race is a little bit different than, how it used to race. Like right now, it's real, you used to never stay low off of turn 2, and you're in the infield in 3 and 4, and you're just searching for grip with these tires, and any little bit grip goes a long way, and the top just kind of, I think, gets too far around, and the middle, and I think I just got my tires a little bit warm, and honestly, he was very patient, and his car was very left and able to leave the corner with speed, and yeah, he just did a good job. Daison has been getting better and better, and I think he's going to be a superstar in wing sprint car racing once he, figures it all out, and yeah, I just think that I just lost tonight. I think my guys did a good job, and I think the Napa car deserved to be, in victory lane, but you can't take anything away from Daison, obviously. So, it's like one of those weekends where you're like happy, but you're a little disappointed at the very end.
Talking about the weekend, 2 runner-up finishes, something you've struggled with lately.
Yeah.
And it seems like you have that speed back, at least this weekend, at a place that isn't racing the way you normally expect it.
Yeah, no, I honestly feel like we've made really big gains with our car compared to where we've been. I mean, it raced really well. It's really responsive to our changes. It's Casey and I are working well together, and Andrew and Tate and Jared are all kind of starting to gel. It's tough when it's brand new and you're at the Knoxville Nationals. We've seen some of the challenges of what that brings. So I think it was a nice reset. We got through Port just with really average finishes, but we came here this weekend and to me, I felt like my car was headed in a really good direction, and I was really happy. So kind of looking forward to the next few races here.
Casey is a crew chief. It seems like communication's good, and he's finding his legs doing this as well.
Absolutely. I think that's the hard part, right? Just because you drive doesn't mean you can watch and know what to change, and every driver is different. So, I commend him for staying committed like he is and paying attention to all the details and working, hand in hand with the guys trying to give me a race car capable of winning every night and obviously trying to win this championship. So, yeah, it's pretty cool. It's fun to race with him. It's different, But I think we're both in a point in our lives and our careers that, we could do this. I think if we were younger, there'd be a lot more arguing and fighting, and now it seems like we're able to just communicate well, and, even if we're off, we're working towards the same common goal, and, he sees things a little different, which is probably not a bad thing, we need kind of a fresh, mindset and a fresh way of looking at things, and, yeah, I think he's going to, like you said, develop into, a better crew chief as we race, and it helps me, kind of look at things a little bit differently as a driver. So, yeah, it's working. We've had our ups and downs, but for the most part, it's gone pretty well, and this weekend was definitely a step in the right direction.
Big point gain this week in the owners' points, which are critical, and as well as the drivers.
Yeah, it's weird. It's kind of weird because the high limit racing points battle is more about the car because that's where the money's at, and the franchise, and kind of how everything's set up. So it's way less about the driver championship and way more about getting the car, the owner championship, which, I think that's what it should be. The owner's the one that spends all the money, and, developing the franchise system around the owners that are investing all that money is great. And then obviously the driver's going to get a percentage of that money, however that looks for that driver. So we know it's important. I get paid off how the owner does, so I want to make sure that we win the owner points, and obviously, like you said, we made some gains. To be 10 races out after the season we've had and only be 25 points out is a good thing for us. I think it gives us a legitimate shot. I think really anybody in the top 4 can still win, and it's just going to come down to who executes the best these last 10 races.
Last thing, put your owners hat for high limits. It's their 17th winner in like 41 races. You got to be proud of that, just watching the series develop.
Yeah, it's crazy because like when you're on the World of Outlaw Tour, you just think like that's it, the World of Outlaw Tour, and I did that for a long time, and it seems like when you're on that tour, there's always a few teams that just really dominate, and you're seeing that over there, but for some reason here, I think it's just the levelness in the top 10, 10, 12 guys, and, racing in these regions with strong competition. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like it's just been wide open. And that's what's exciting for a fan is we show up and you don't know who's going to contend for the win each and every night. And to have 3 first-time winners in 3 races is extraordinary. I mean, Ryan Timms at Port, Tanner Thorson, who's been knocking on the door this weekend, and then I knew Daison would be close. He really started to figure it out, and when his car's good, he's fast. So he's starting to piece it together. Yeah, I just think you're seeing a lot of young guys come up. You're seeing a lot of just a very competitive group of cars that whoever gets the track position and gets the setup right, are capable of winning. So yeah, pretty neat. Really proud of our series. Really proud of the staff and just these events, how efficient they're running. We're getting better. The announcers, the flow, just everything that we're doing, I think is just from when I took a weekend off or a night off and watched from afar. It was really a unique perspective for me because I'm usually here, boots on the ground, but I really like our product right now. I think the racing's exciting. I think our announcers are great. I think the efficiency is great, and we just want to keep getting better. And I think that's what it's going to take, to keep growing the fan base is, the next level of entertainment for the fans. And, proud of what everyone's, working on here at High Limit.
Well, congratulations on a solid weekend.
Thank you. Appreciate it.